is up, YouTube? My name is Buddy Blues, and it is my honor and privilege to show you the brand new Gibson Les Paul Studio Session. A little earlier in the year, Gibson reimagined the studio line. They brought it back, and it caused a lot of, commotion in the industry because a lot of people didn't understand why it ever went away. They're calling this one the one, and I'm starting to get an understanding of why. The reimagined studio sported a lot of cool stuff, a lot of familiar things from the past, but it sported a lot of cool new stuff that we see on the Session. This is the Studio Session model. This is going to be, think about it as the souped up version of the Studio. So we've got all the bells and whistles, right? We'll get into all of that in a second. We have all the bells and whistles on this. We have the very well beloved, can the camera see it without me blinding you? The very well beloved, there we go, that contour, that heeled contour thing. Easiest access on a Les Paul ever, effortless. We've got the bound neck, we've got blah, 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 all the cool stuff. But let me tell you what I think is the coolest thing of this whole thing, in my opinion. Ebony board. Ebony boards on the Studio Sessions are now it. This is the standard. They all come with ebony boards, and this one looks magnificent. This is the guitar that you would grab if you had, I'm going to give you several scenarios. If you had a session, if you were a professional musician like Mr. The Blues over here, and you had a session, and you wanted to take one guitar only. Now it is that you hear the Nashville people. Gibson's from Nashville. You hear the Nashville people. Oh, I take 6 guitars with me. I take 7 guitars with me. Sure. Wouldn't you want to take one that does your coil taps, has an out of phase thing, and then has a knob dedicated, it's called the bypass knob. It's dedicated to where if you pull it up, it's bridge pickup, output, out to the amp. That is it. Meaning none of this stuff works. Whatever you start turning volume, or whatever, none of it works. It's just the 57 Classic Plus straight to the amp. For heavier or rock tones or punk rock or whatever, that's what you want. So the pickup doesn't really pass through the circuitry, it's just straight to the output. Like I said earlier, we've got 2 classic 57s. You've got a 57 Plus in the bridge and a normal 57 in the neck. That's gonna be like your very early PAF sound. It's gonna be the humbucker that you hear in your ear. Whenever you think humbucker, the sound you hear is that. Now it's interesting that they went with coil taps instead of coil splits. I'll try to explain this very quickly. I don't wanna hang on that for too long. Coil split is when you take a humbucker, which has 2 coils, and you split one, right? You split it completely, and then it's quite literally half of it. It's half of the humbucker. A coil tap kind of does that, if you will, to where it doesn't completely kill the other coil. It keeps it in there. You still get the humbucking. Did you know that's where the word came from? You probably did. You still get the humbucking, and what's most important is that you do not lose volume. I like coil splits. I really do. Coil splits when you're playing by yourself are lovely. Coil split, the idea is amazing. In practice, in a band, and I've had many guitars that have coil splits, not taps. Many scenarios where I would split it, right? Gone. You don't exist in the mix anymore. A coil tap does not do that. It maintains just about the same volume as your full humbucker. That's smart, but it's a different tone. Out of phase, that only happens in the middle because the pickups become out of phase. That is funk heaven. That is, now of course it's Albert King and it's all of that. When he played his V in between, in the middle, it was always out of phase. That's the Albert King sound. But for funky stuff, because remember, when you're in out of phase, if you put the volume on the neck pickup down just a touch, I will demonstrate. It sounds so good. The Les Paul Studio Session sports a AA maple top, which is absolutely beautiful. When Gibson asked me what color I'd like on the channel, I said the cobalt blue immediately. The guitar is just gorgeous from any angle you look at. Ebony board, like we said, Grover tuners like gentlemen. One of the most versatile knob setup you could think of. This will do it all. The guitar itself comes with what Gibson calls a soft shell case. There's nothing soft about this. It's very hard, but it comes with this leather bag. I'm trying to not hit the microphone here. Padded on the inside, has the little neck thingy that says Gibson. Cool, lots of pockets. It's a good bag. It's a great bag. I would take a soft case. I would take a gig bag any day over a hard case. Hard cases are just so cumbersome. The hard case is for you to store your guitar. I guess when you're not playing it, or like if you have many and you put them in the closet type situation, this is for gigs. This is for sessions. Okay, enough blah blah. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna run it through a pedal board at some point at the end of the demo. I'll indicate where. Those are the pedals. They're not the star of the show, but this is what we're gonna be using. So if you hear a delay, it's gonna be this one. If you hear an overdrive, it's gonna be this one, stuff like that. I'm going through the Silktone aux box. Let's get to it. What if Slash ends up finding this video? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have now heard the Les Paul Studio Session. This is the guitar that you reach for if you've got a gig that you've prepped for. This is the guitar that you reach for if you have a gig that you have not prepped for. If someone pulls up, let's play Journey, sure, whatever, then you can use that, the bypass feature that just takes you straight to the thing, bridge pickup, straight to the output. If you need some funky, single coil stuff, you've got the coil taps, you've got the out of phase. If someone pulls out an Albert King tune on you, it's the one to do it all. So I understand why they call it the one, because it has everything you could think of. It has everything you could think of. You can get any tone out of this that you want. To check out all the features and stuff, I know I didn't put, 24 and 75 inch, blah, 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 nut width. And for me, that stuff doesn't matter. If the guitar feels good, if the guitar sounds good, that's what matters. It feels amazing and it sounds great. You just heard it. So I'm going to leave you the specs and all that. Just click the link at the bottom. Then you can probably get yourself one. If this was your first time on the channel, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. My name is Buddy Blues and we do a lot of videos here. And we've got a lot of videos coming up. Yay. Don't forget to click the link at the bottom to get more information on this or to get one of these. It's not an affiliate link, meaning I don't make money and blah, blah, blah stuff. But it's a link for you to click to take you to the page of this. A huge thank you to Gibson for including me in this launch. It's an honor and a privilege to work with a company like Gibson. And now what I will do is never answer their emails again because I'm going to keep this. What are they going to do? Find me? They don't have my address. Yes, they do. They just sent me this guitar. What do we do? Like, share, subscribe. Share this video with a Gibson lover. Share a video with someone whose name is Lester, like Mr. Lester Palfis, who's the Les Paul was named after. Did you know that? Now you know. So much education in this video. I have been Buddy Blues. You have been the people of the blues. Until next time, thank you for watching.